さあ、ということで、オルティガに飲んでいきますか。誰かおるな。いや、イベントが始まった。メルキ。So, Operation Star 4 is going well. Wouldn't you say? Only 2 bosses left now. This whole experience has been eye-opening, to say the least. I'm glad I could take part. But I'm curious. What do you think of Cassiopeia? めっちゃ選択肢出た。こんな出たっけ選択肢4つも出たんだよ。They can be trusted. They are doing the right thing. They are back of wisdom. I don't know. I really don't know. Is that so? Personally, I don't think Cassiopeia feels any hate or resentment towards Team Star. No, there must be some other reason behind Operation Star 4. But what could it be? Well, I'd best get back to keeping watch. Call for me if you decide to take on the base, okay? カシオペアについてめっちゃ選択肢出てくる。ああ、またイベント始まる。I will return later when it is time for the young master's piano lesson. Until then, please give him my regards. Yes, Mr. Harrington. ふん。ちょっとアイテムが取りたかっただけなんです。And who might you be, young man? A friend of the young master, perhaps? Young master? Oh, I see. Since you seem unaware, I must inform you that this is the base of Steam Star's fairy crew, the Luchbird squad led by young master Ortega. Oh, Mr. Harrington, I don't think we're supposed to be giving out that information. No? Then please accept my apology. Do you have any idea as to who this young man might be? He's no friend of ours, you know. I think he might be here to try and take us on. Understood. In that case, I take it you're an adversary of the young master. Yep, that's right. I just fall. 固定していこう。Is that so? Well then, that leaves me without last thing to ask you. Huh? Would you be so kind as to introduce me in a quick battle? Yes. Splendid. Then let us begin.フェアリーに強いのってなんだっけ？とりあえず炎は半減できるから、でも悪ついてんだよな。もう悪だってにしよった。特攻上げてきよったわ。あー、残した。残すのはきついよ。特攻上げちゃってるからな。そうもん。イチャモン？イチャモンだよね。 でもそれちょっと使えたな。あとはああ、手ブリム。あれミブリムミブリムとテブリムがいまいちわからんの。サドボ効くんだっけ？エスパーついてる。はい、来た。well. An outstanding performance. However, be aware that young Master Ortega's battle prowess far surpasses my paltry skills. You would do well to take care. Now, if you'll excuse me, Astra Vista. That gentlemanly guy used to be the director of the academy, I think. At least, that's what I heard. Now he's like tutoring the boss or something. He shows up here sometimes to take the boss to his lessons. Hang on. Why am I explaining this to you? There's no doubting you're here to make trouble. So I gotta go let everyone know. Hasta la vista! I see the guards has been dealt with. Good job. That base belongs to Chimtud's fairy crew, the Rajba squad. Their boss, Ortega, is the mechanic of the team. He may be the youngest of the bosses, but his battle skill are no joke. Underestimate him, and things will go south for you quickly. He's also a real read from the back type. He gets his grants to do all the dirty work for him. But his weak point is his short fuse. Get him good and angry, and he'll march out to the front lines to deal with you himself. In terms of tactics, there's nothing else for it but to take down all the lackeys he sends your way. Just tough it out until Ortega shows up, and go from there. Ring the bell on the gates. Okay. Time to wipe the Letchbird squad off the map. ということで、このアイテム取ろうとしたらエビンタージになっちゃったんだよね。じゃあ、とりあえず戦っていきますか。Ring the bell. まあ、とりあえず、このタイプのラウドボーンがいるので、やはりそこで半減されるから、まあ、ラウドボーンで攻めていくしかないよね。Code red, Operations L4 are Everyone get into position and defend the boss with all you get. And rest assured, intro the will deal with you without your boss help. Unless you manage to be our opponents and wins. はい、じゃあ戦っていきます。ミミッキュやん。中野ちゃん。レッドプリンも飛ぶの？確かには中野ちゃんとちょっと飛ぶやつ大丈夫？よし。Our defenses are branched. It's all up to the boss now. Come on, Tiga. Ah, 勝てるか。So you are throwing. Okay. Talk about the underwhelming. I was expecting someone, I don't know, a little more beefed up. Well, whatever. I don't care who you are. Not like I'm gonna lose to you anyway. If you think fairy types are all about cuteness, you're in for a nasty fight. マリルリヤンケ。マリルリヤンケ。I promise I'll play nice. 集まり。フェアリーきついな。悪もダメだもんな。あとボンしかいねえんだよな。変えるしかねえか。マジマリルリエはやめてほしいか。そういえばマリルリもフェアリーだもんな。いや、アタック下げられた。厳しい。フェアリー技やられる前に。よっしゃ。何匹ポケモンいるんだ？イグリタフ。イグリタフってなんじゃ？イグリタフ。あ、キープしちゃった。間違えた。プリンやん。ナイトスライシュって効くんだっけ？こいつフラワートリックやな。いやー、プレイラー。アタックがガンガン下げられとるんです。クリーンだよ。ジグリータフだもん。ジグリーパンプだ。タッチブン。エマラウドボーンに変えよう。あ、カビモッチじゃない。トッテル。一回戦ったな。全然忘れとったんだ。攻撃は下げられても意味なし。炎機関のマジ？いや、クランチはダメ。クランチは痛いです。やばいな、クランチは痛い。 whatever, bro. What the heck? Why is my team on the drop? Visage. レズ投資ソングです。からアタックは効かん。この程度のダメージだったらまず切れそうだ。速攻も上げれるし。持久戦が得意なのだ。これタック。トラックアウト。ヨービスキやったか。ヨーローロー。おお、もう完璧に炎でメタれてる。で、自分でバトルフィールド消したし。またアペック効かんの？怪しい光か。怪しい光は厳しいな。まあ、そんなに効かんな。そんな攻撃したことねえし。カウンテージョン。いいね、入ってるね。一回でいけるか。とりあえずスラックオフで。コンフュージョンレイ。コンフュージョンレイは厄介。よっ。なんでやねん。なんで決まって自分殴るんや。とりあえずスラックオフで粘ろう。よし。バックオフ。ナイス。では、トーチストーンズ2回で倒せるか。あ、一発。1回でいけましたわ。よし、倒せましたね。Oh, how could I lose? What the heck? About a year and a half ago. What the heck? Your toy car didn't budge an inch, huh? I told you it's not a toy. It's called the Starmobile, and I was up all night building it. The problem's clearly that we're not giving it enough juice. You designed this thing to be powered by 2 characters, but it's just too heavy. That's such a shame. I wanted to see the looks on our various faces once we get it moving. I'm sorry. I really thought it would work. Come, good fellow. There's no occasion for melancholy. Why, to make some remarkable contraption by thing on own hand. Genius. Their name is Ortega. Yeah, well, there's no point if it doesn't work, is there? If I knew all that effort would have zero payout, I'd have just asked Mother to buy a car for us. See, this is why people don't take you seriously. You say some stupid things. You know that? What? Miller, Corey, what, Rutia? Yeah, how about now? I mean, we even put this in the code before crying out loud. When we started Team Star, we swore to quit relying on our parents for bags of cash to fix our problems for us. Or did you forget? If this handkerchief doesn't move, get moving. If we're short on juice, just gotta crank up the power somehow. Doesn't take a genius, man. That's easy enough to say, Nelly. Do you have an actual plan? Yep. I'm gonna train up my calculator and how it evolves. Their boosted firepower will get the Starmobile moving so smoothly. But the hour of Operation Star is nigh at hand. Will you succeed in time? Oh, I'll get it done. Melly, wait. You know Mel shoots her mouth off an awful lot. But she means well. I know. Get this sucks. This sucks. I hate myself for losing, but I also can't get over how awesome you were in the battle. If any of us squad bosses are defeated, that means we have to step down, and going against our codes would make me a traitor to the team. Gah, fine. Not like I have a choice anyway. So take the badge already. You'd better treat it with the respect it deserves. Fashion. I'm not done it. Here my favorite TM too. Feel free to marvel at how awesome it is. Dazzling Green. なんじゃ The user damage opposing Pokemon by emitting a purple flash. はあ、なんだマジカルシャインマジカルシャインだっけマジカルシャインって技もシャインあるんだっけ And just so you know, you are the worst, like the most annoying person ever. But I get it. You're super strong. I'll admit that much. You even busted up my Starmobile. Young Master Ortega. Mr. Harrington, I guess it's time for my piano lesson, huh? As it happens, I just lost my boss title, so I'm all good to head on home. Actually, a different matter brought me. There's somebody I would like to meet, like you to meet. He's a distant acquaintance of mine. Name's Clyde. Okay, what's your business here? I want you to tell me something. You're the son of a wealthy family and here to a major apparel company. So why join a group like Teamster? What a question to ask someone you've just met. Well, my answer's the same as everyone else in the gym. This cause I was being bullied. So the academy really is used to have an issue with bullying. Who would guess, right? The school is all rainbows and butterflies these days. And the bullies from back then don't even go to the academy anymore. Why? What happened to them? As the former director of the academy, I believe I am best positioned to answer that question. Mr. Harrington. About 18 months ago, the members of Teamster confronted the students who used to bully them, and an altercation broke out between the groups. Though it did not escalate into a major incident, the altercation nonetheless caused a scandal of hitherto unknown proportions. As a result of what occurred that day, the student who had perpetrated the bullying dropped out of the academy, one after another. But there aren't any records of that anywhere in the academy. No, I should imagine no. My former deputy directed all records of the incident, you see. What? Why would anyone do that? Just as I was puzzling over how best to deal with Teamster in the aftermath of the incident, a cutting student came to see me. These students declared that they would take all responsibility for the team's actions. In exchange, they requested that I exonerate the other students of Teamster from any blame. Huh? No one told me that. I accepted the request and agreed not to take disciplinary action against Teamster. Then I assigned 18 months of overseas study to the students who took responsibility for the team. A year and a half of studying abroad. This was not intended as a punishment, you understand. Teamster were the victims after all. I wanted the students to take some time to rest, so I had them return home to the Gala region under the pretext of overseas study. Around that time, however, the former deputy director took it upon himself to erase all traces of the incident from the academy's server. It appears his intent was to shield himself from any threat. So he tried to cover up the whole thing. That's terrible. After the discovered what he had done, I dealt with him appropriately, of course, but the inability of myself and the rest of the teaching staff to prevent this terrible act also represented a grave blunder on our part. I accepted the blame that lay at my feet and resigned from my position as director. The rest of the teaching staff then joined me in handing in their notice. So that's why the current teachers were all brought in a year and a half ago. I understand my action have caused you a great deal of trouble. You have my sincere apologies. Hang on, Mr. Harrington. How come you suddenly decided to talk about this now? Young Master Ortega. Teamster cannot carry on in its current fashion. I merely wish to give you a chance to chat a better cause. Well, there's no way I'm abandoning my friends and going to school without them. Not after we've come this far. Your friends in Team Star must mean a great deal to you. Isn't that obvious? It's 'cause, you know, they're my greatest treasure in the whole world. いや、英語長いの疲れんな。It's me. I take it that Ortega handed over his star badge to you then. I see. With its boss no longer around, the Luchborough squad is as good as finished. Even Ortega. I'm sorry. We are almost there now, just when both left. The operation's been a huge success thanks to you. And Clive has also performed admirably as you suppose. I remember him saying that your acquaintances have you known each other long? No, not all that long. Well, he's clearly a reliable これ言えないんだよな friend. He almost reminds me of the gang back in the day. Back in what day? Which gang? As you know, Team Star was formed by a group of students who were being bullied at school. Shortly after forming the team, these students, none other than the squad bosses themselves, confronted their bullies head-on. The outcome was a resounding victory for Team Star, though you could hardly call it a contest. The bullies didn't even put up a fight. They all bolted from battle the first chance they got. Scared spitless of Team Star, the bullies then dropped out of school one after another. And Team Star ended up the villains of the story. There's neither here nor there. Forget I mentioned it. Now, about your reward, I'll transfer some weak point. Oh, しまう。Make good use of those things. これも同じか。Oh, here I am. I guess. Well, stay in your Pokeball for once, will you? Wow, Team Star went through all that. They just wanted their bellies to go away. But then they became the bad guys in everyone's eyes. What a joke! The students, the teachers, they are all so messed up. If even just one of them had been paying attention when everyone was getting buried, they'd have been able to tell right away that Team Star wasn't the one in the wrong. But I guess the big boss was the one who urged everybody to face their buried despite knowing how messed up the academy is. What a massive idiot, creating Team Star and just hoping their plan would miraculously work out. I don't know about that. You really think so? I'm sure I'll be. Well, here's your reward. The next boss is the very last one. We're counting on you. So. はい、ということで、4つ目のアジト、フェアリーのアジトを倒